Check this out right now. This is not uncommon to see this rolling through our neighborhood. Another beautiful spring day here in Georgia, and our lawn game is going strong. Now, by the time this video gets released, we'll be rolling into one of the most important weekends in the lawn care season, and that's Memorial Day weekend. This is the weekend when all us lawn warriors really double down, get into the yard, and really laser in and focus on getting this thing looking beautiful. But more importantly, Memorial Day weekend is a chance for us to solemnly reflect upon all those who put on the military uniform and laid down their lives to afford us the freedoms that we have here in the United States. So not only to all of those that put on the uniform, but to their families, I give thanks, and I am extremely grateful for you. Given that this is one of the most important weekends in lawn care, we're all gonna get out there, we're gonna be fertin all over the yard. I wanted to address and talk about lawn plans. You've got a game plan, some of you have already started, you're in it, you're in a groove, things are coming to life, moving, shaking, all that good stuff. And then all of a sudden you start to notice some trouble spots like what I have here in the front yard. And when Mr. John Perry rolled by here, we touched on that. I'll link that video in the description box below and the eye icon at the top. And like he pointed out and briefly touched on in his video, I've got myself a nice little trouble spot here in the front yard, which is right here up through this area and along the sides of this tree. It's really thinned out, and it's only going to get worse if I don't address it now. So right up through here is the area that we're talking about and tackling. What my yard does, coming from the road and the sidewalk, it gradually slopes up this way, not by much, ever so slightly slopes up this way and this way. So right up through here is the highest point in my front yard. And in line with that, going up towards the side of the house, it breaks right about in there, because that's where a lot of water runoff happens in the property, but it continues up that little slope there and over onto the side. So let's recap. I've got 1 yard, 2 turf types. I have a warm season grass, which is Bermuda, and that makes up the front and the side yards. And the fenced in concrete pad with hints of grass, that's a cool season grass. That's turf type tall fescue. In both the warm and cool season grass, the front and the sides, absolutely none of it is irrigated. And the fact that this isn't irrigated, like John was talking about in his video, that's a contributing factor as to why we have a thinned out area here in the front. Now, some of you might be in this boat. You've got your lawn plan, you're tackling it, you're in the groove like I was saying, and you've got to stop and readjust. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do for this video. I'm gonna readjust my plan ever so slightly, and I'm gonna talk about that. My 2019 lawn plan for my warm season grass, that's all my Bermuda here in the front and on my side yards, has looked like this. We've been using the BioStem pack, which consists of RGS, Aerate, Humic12, and 002 microgreen. We've just been doing 3 ounces per 1,000 on each one of those. I'm also using the 1801 Green Punch. I've done 2 applications of that now. I've done 20 ounces per 1,000 on the Green Punch. And that's pretty much the plan that I have been sticking to until this problem started to arise. And like I said, many of you might be in the same boat. This trouble area has started to show up, so I gotta stop and readjust. Now, I was simply just gonna paint it black with the Humic12, but once Mr. Perry got out here and he took a look at it, he came up with this idea of hitting it with RGS and Humic12. And you can do something like this as well if you've got a situation like what I've got here in the front. I'm gonna use RGS and Humic12 on a weekly basis. And I'm just gonna go at it with 3 ounces per 1,000. Now I've gotta measure this area out and see exactly how big it is to determine exactly how much product I'm gonna need, but that's the basic idea. That's the general plan, is hit it with RGS, 3 ounces per 1,000 1 week, and Humic12, 3 ounces per 1,000 the next, and just go back and forth between those two until we get this area to fill in. In order to correct areas like this that are hardest hit and are just kind of struggling, we got to give it a little bit extra care. Now for the act of actually spraying it, we're going to treat the trouble area and about a foot out from it. The idea behind that is we want to give the turf, this thin area that we're trying to get to fill in, a similar growing environment to what it's about to grow into. And treating a foot out from this troubled area, that's going to help the turf get used to this heavier application and the materials that we're giving it. The reason we're hitting it with the RGS and the Humic12 is we're trying to get more carbon into the game. Between the two, we're going to get more carbon into the ground, which is going to help the grass to fill in better, and we're also going to create more root mass, which is going to lead to more plant available water. So that's the general idea. Let's bust out the measuring wheel and some cones, section off this area, and see how much area that we're dealing with. Okay, so here's what we got. From this cone over to the edge of the sidewalk with about a foot on either side, and all the way up through there down to the other cone, and then it kind of winds back up the little hill over onto the side road going over into the side yard. This whole area right here, we're roughly looking at about 4,000 square feet. So that means we need about 12 ounces of RGS and 12 ounces of Humic12 to treat our trouble spot here in the front yard. So, time for the mixing and spraying montage. There we go. That's how I'm gonna fix this trouble spot, this thinned out area in my front yard. Gonna let that run for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes and just move it around the yard. Old school. So that's one of the points that I don't think I mentioned. This area, because it's raised right there, it's a high spot. The sun's baking it. I mean, it's just cooking that area. So whatever water that it was gathering from Mother Nature, it's losing its water quicker than the other areas in the yard. So I'm gonna have to water it after each application just to make sure I've got enough water going down onto the turf, along with the goodies. 90-degree weather is on its way, which means a couple of things. The Bermuda is really gonna start to take off, and we're gonna start sprinkling in dethatch into the yard. So keep an eye out for that. So there it is, there you go. What other questions do you have about what we touched on here? This little rehab of the rehab program, the fixing the thinned out spot. What other questions do you have about what we touched on here today? Drop those in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, share, subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications, all of that good social media stuff. Keep on keeping on, my lawn care brothers and sisters from other misters, and I will catch you next time.